Hello, and welcome back to Sans Fortress, Dark Souls 1. Last time I found the key to save the people, or the person and the items maybe. So I'm gonna be going back there, or trying to. I forgot. But before I do that, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna fully explore Sans Fortress because it is not a fun place to explore. There's too many pits, basically, for it to be fun to spend some time exploring. So, I'll just get the stuff opened, and then move from there. And then come back up and leave. I'm not gonna get, like, those items at the bottom, probably. Ooh, that is a different item. No, that's a Titanite Demon. That's not a new enemy type. Okay, let's start further away and sprint. Now I just need to keep going down a little further. I need to push the door, or I need the boulders to go down this way, because I need to open that again. Then once I'm done with this, I can go and actually clear what I want to clear. Come on, go. Smash the wall. Good. So I can now, after I do this, I go down there. Open up as many cages as I can. And then defeat the Iron Golem. It'll be a good day, because I'll be done with Sens. I won't have to go back to Blighttown for a while. This should be fun. It should be straightforward. Shouldn't be a nightmare. Ooh, they didn't lose a lot of HP this time. Wow, I didn't use a strength weapon, so I couldn't stun lock them. I miss strength weapon. Okay, can I open this? And then this is a shortcut to the entrance, which I will probably not need, but it will be nice to have unlocked. I can save the sorcerer, and I can go with sorcery instead of pyromancy, though pyromancy is more interesting because it's the Witch of Izalith and stuff.
I'm saved, but I must log a few things first, and speak with me then.
So I can get sorcery at there.
Oh, I'll be alone.
And one item, and then I can go back up. Which, I think before I go back up, I will go down, sort of ride the cage down, see if it's interesting. I'm pretty sure it's just a way to go down and up. Or not? I thought this was a way down and up. Maybe this is the one? No, I thought these were a shortcut. Huh. It's kind of lame. Maybe it's a shortcut on the bottom to come up? Whatever. I don't need the shortcut anyway, even if there was one. Because at this point, I'm just homeward boning out. Back up to the top and then fighting the boss. As I travel, I'm going to look at boss weapons. I think boss weapons exist, but they're much harder to get in this compared to other games. Dark Souls 3 particularly. Because it's based on upgrading weapons that you already are base weapons. So it's awkward to make them. And I want to avoid the bad wiki, because the bad wiki is bad. And they just try to populate the first click always, and that's all they do. I don't know if... No, this is where I want to be. I want to go here and then up the staircase. I don't know if I can jump across that thing in the middle. I don't know if that's where I need to go, but... Well, it's not where I need to go, but... where I would want to go to kill the giant, basically. Oh, this is the shortcut. Okay, so I wasn't totally crazy. I was just completely wrong. There's a difference between being crazy and being wrong. I think I would prefer to be... Well, in this scenario, I'd prefer to be wrong than crazy, but... Oh, this... Shoot. These, like, obnoxious archers. Wait, no, this is the path to the boss right there. If I remember correctly. Crunchy. I don't want to do this. He's gonna hit me. I'm pretty sure the actual boss fight is easier than this guy here. Not that this guy's, like, hard, but... The actual boss fight has a boss arena, and this just has limited space. And you can still hit between his legs. I mean, 3,000 souls is totally worth it. Titanite chunk is also pretty good. But the boss is easier than that. I might die to the boss still, but it's still easier, even if I die. Or easier to fight without hiding in a hole, basically. Oh, if you have a humanity, there's something that occurs over here. Okay. Or if you are human instead of hollow. But yeah, that's the fight right across there. That might just be the summon. It might not even be a character. Why am I lost? There might be stuff worth grabbing down there. I'm lost. I'm just gonna fight the fight and then go to Anor Londo, and if I come back here later, I can come back here later. But I kind of just want to fight the guy. This is not the place to fight him because you're more likely to fall, but... And get grabbed and thrown off a cliff. Oh, he didn't actually throw me off a cliff. That's polite of him. I actually expected him to throw me off the cliff. Come over this way for an actual, like, arena. Okay. This might not be the best weapon for the fight. I wouldn't be surprised if they resisted electric and piercing, so... Why does he look like he's about to fall, but he never does? I guess I have to do a certain amount of damage in that phase. I don't think there's a critical strike in this game. I guess I just attack him. This is a weird fight. Like, the amount of time he just sort of stood there, or sat there, was weird. It was weirdly long. I think he can fall off. Okay, he's about to fall. Which actually could make him fall off the cliff. That looked intentional, actually. That looked like it's intended that if you do that and he falls off the cliff. As opposed to it being a random, they hop back and they're not supposed to fall. Anyway. Anor Londo. It's a very pretty area, considering how bad it looks. Arrive in Anor Londo. I'm distracted. I guess I'm going to be... I'm just looking at boss weapons. The Dragon Slayer Spear could be pretty doable, because it's Strength, Dex, Faith, which might be fun, though I always default to one of those, but... You have to ascend any standard +10 spear or thrusting sword at the giant blacksmith in Anor Londo with the soul of Ornstein and 5,000 souls. So I need to have a standard spear at +10 to ascend it to get, although I could probably turn this into a standard spear, but I would need to get a spear to 10, and then the spear would then need to be ascended with the boss soul, which is just so much more difficult than just using the soul directly. But it is what it is. This guy doesn't fight me until I attack him, does he? I mean, he's tankier than the Iron Golem was. He actually blocks damage. Yeah, I don't like this guy. I just want to see how much damage I deal. I deal no damage. And by that I mean 70, but like, no damage. Bye. I'll come back to kill you guys later. Though, let's swap my weapon again for a bit. I don't think the halberd is actually better, but it's different. He's still fighting me. Nothing. Like... Oh yeah, you can't sprint while targeting. And you can't roll directly. Ooh, it actually does more. Nice. That wasn't actually that bad with this weapon. I do a lot more damage with it to this guy. Because I guess maybe they're immune to magic? Because like, this is 154, so it's 209 physical. Versus 144 physical. They must really resist lightning damage. I'm not going to fight those guys though. I think a gargoyle drops here? Maybe? Maybe not. Huh. Kind of surprised. If I want to get that weapon, I will need faith eventually. But I need to get... Since if I don't level vitality intentionally, I'll never level it, so I'll get it to 20.
Well,
Rare visitor...
welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo. If you seek Lord Gwynzel, exit here. And if you are the chosen one, what follows thereafter depends on... What is it? What am I? If not...
Yeah. I mean, they are weird, I think. I don't think that's a fake firekeeper, right? Like, it is a real firekeeper that's fairly normal. It's just when you... I don't know. You shoot the image of Gwendolyn and then that's the end of that. The firekeeper aggroes and you kill them. And then you can't use that bonfire ever again because there's no firekeeper there to keep it lit. This guy takes less damage than the other one. No, he doesn't. It's just the first hit was less effective for some reason. Oh, that was weird. Okay, come on. I was like a foot and a half away. I was out of the shield's range. I'm dead. By dead, I mean hit. I should probably use words for the meanings that they have. Come on. I don't know if these guys respawn or not. I'm gonna get hit. He didn't attack though. He's dead. Just overheal. That's like, oh, this one only gave 1,500. The other one gave 3,000. That was slow. Okay, that being blocked is pretty silly. Too early. I was hoping I could outdistance it, but I could not. I meant to unlock, but I got controller messed with by myself. That was quicker. Most of those attacks have been a lot slower than that. Be safe. Yeah, that's not actually that good of an attack. Like, it leaves me open. And it only does slightly more damage than a couple of stabs that don't leave me quite as open. I love the lock-on in these games. It's so good. Elden Ring would benefit from a larger lock-on range. Because when you're facing a boss, you can try to lock on, you just turn around like I just did. One of these is definitely a mimic, right? Definitely the one on the right. Okay, what is my best? I imagine this is probably better against mimics. I didn't save stamina. I'm glad it didn't try to bite me. Under the foot. The halberd would have better reach, huh? Dead. The other one's probably not a mimic. Though, I mean, I'm confident there's a bunch of mimics hidden in various places. Ah, yeah, that's good, but you can't repair it, so it's only good for a little bit. Like, for reference, it would... Well, I think if you can't repair it, it's either you can't repair it or it has a lot less durability. Yeah, 20 durability. So it's just kind of... You attack 20 times and it's gone. More or less, I believe. So this guy can be worth 30? That was greedy. I don't know why I started by attacking instead of waiting for him to attack. Come on. Oh yeah, just on the topic of items and mimics. I know that there's a room... I think there's a room with a few chests in... Sen's Fortress that I missed. Though I am actually thinking about the fact that I think the chest that I'm... There's a lot of thinking. I think the chest that I am... The group of chests that I'm thinking of is in, like... the spiral staircase area of Anor Londo, so... And that's where the hovel set is. So there's probably loot in Sen's Fortress that I missed. But... I'm basically stating, I'm aware that there's stuff I missed, but... This is not going to be anywhere near 100% playthrough. It will be... Like, I will search for bosses to make sure I don't miss any, but... I'm just going to try to get all the bosses. I'm not going to worry about every single little piece of loot. That's kind of cool. Is it? Oh, this is Seath, isn't it? This is the path to Seath the Scaleless. Where you go up and then you can't win and then you die. Yeah. And you can't go there until you have the Lord Vessel because you can't contain Seath's soul. If you don't have the vessel prepared, so that if you couldn't fight him. I think that's what that is. So that's... I'll go back here. Because yeah, I used to not know anything about how to get there. I've seen the walk-up once they're already inside the hallway that I think has like a couple of boars. But... Oh, they do respawn too. That's annoying. But having seen the walk-up to it, I have never actually seen the walk-up to the walk-up. There. And then I'll start... I want to start preemptively leveling Faith for the Ornstein Dragon Slayer spear. Because it's a spear. It's a different type of weapon that I never use. And I mean, for Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3... Well, no, Dark Souls 2, I will be power stancing 100% of the time that I'm able to. Dark Souls 3 doesn't have power stancing. For Elden Ring, it's probably going to be the same. It's going to be power stancing anything. Well, it's not power stancing in that. I think it's just dual wielding in Elden Ring, but 2 weapons, 1 in each hand, always feels better in Elden Ring than 1 weapon 2-handed. So 2 ultra great swords is going to feel, for me, always felt better than... Come on. That shouldn't have hit. 2 ultra great swords, I think, found always would feel better than 1 2-handed ultra great sword, or even just a great sword or anything. Like, come on! I guess I have to lock onto him, otherwise I can't follow him when he goes up. I'm trying to break his tail. I don't think he dropped it. Okay, he attacked me with it. I mean, this guy's harder than the twin gargoyles, huh? Well, he does have more HP. And he moves his tail, so I can't actually hit him. Gaming. Literally can't hit him because he shoots under his body. I actually saw that coming for once. Harder fight than the Belfry. By far. And I only have like... My weapon's only marginally better than what I had then. I pressed the button, but I was out of stamina. Okay. Far harder fight, because they had like 5 times as much HP as the 2 dudes had combined. Ah, the worst part of the game. Well, I mean, the worst part that isn't the arrow shooters. What's that crystal noise? Is someone casting magic? What is that? It's not a twinkling titanite lizard, is it? It sounds like it's rolling. What is that? Is it an elevator? It is the elevator, okay. That makes sense at least. What a janky path. I respect it, but it's so odd. Because like in most other video games, these type of things would be unrealistically slidey. Okay, painting guardians, best friends, hate them so much. So I need to go up and maneuver my way through there. I should learn sorceries just so I can shoot them from a distance, but... Actually, this is a good weapon for here because it attacks in a line, so it won't swing me to the side. This might be pretty okay compared to a Zweihander. Like a Zweihander would be even worse than this is going to probably be. Now, this might actually just go very easy, but... That fell. It did fall. Good. I'll be able to get the item. No idea what the item is. I don't think it's the doll that you need to open the painted world. Or to enter the painted world. Honorable duel? Nah. Not an honorable duel. I was hoping that he would be honorable. I will actually use a shield here. Oh, honorable duel. I say as I just stab him as he rolls at me, but I think it is in my best interest to use a shield here. Honorable duel? Not happening. Okay, I'm safe. I don't think I ever have to run that again, in this run at least, but I don't have to do that again. I'm safe. Be wary of amazing chest. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Gwendolyn. Or is it Guinevere? I think it's Guinevere. I don't know where I want. I think this is not a fight. I think I'm safe to walk through this. Yeah, it's just this. Can I open this and have it face the direction I want and let me come back to where I am now? No, I can't because I'm up high. What am I thinking? I don't know why I thought for even a second that that's what would work. Or how it would work, considering it would have to be going downwards. That's another... Yep. Bye. It's kind of rude. Like, why would you do that? Why would you attack me? I didn't do anything bad. Okay, so this is here. Good to know. Throwing knife. Oh, I should probably kill this guy, huh? Oh, he killed himself. Nice. Ooh, halberd. I didn't mean to actually equip it. I meant to compare it. 155. Wrong button. D. 115 plus 33. D. C. So the normal halberd's better for dex? I don't know which is better. With levels. Actually, this is regular thrust and this is just regular. This attacks differently. I think I will probably stick with the halberd for now because it's a different type of attack that I never use. I always use slashing, so as detrimental as it is, I think it's probably best to, for now, just plan to use halberds and spears. Like, these are rude. These are, or no, the Painted World of Ariandel has a fight with, like, painting guardians, I think, that are basically these. Which is just interesting. Because it might suggest that these painting guardians are actually, like, tied to the magic of the paintings and not the specific paintings. I imagine there's people who've gone into extreme depth about that doesn't really interest me, but see, I can't enter this because contraption does not move. Not you can't enter this painting, just contraption doesn't move. Wait, I leave. Bye. You guys are nothing. I could try to fight you, but it'd be a waste of time. Somehow that's a backstab. Backstabs in this game are a mess. But there are backstabs in every one of these games. Like, they either don't trigger when they seem like they should, or they trigger when they really shouldn't. It's never a good, like... It's probably impossible for a game to have backstabs that trigger exactly when they should 100% of the time. So, it is what it is. So I'm gonna turn this. Can I push it the other way? Can I go further down? It can. What is this gonna connect me to? This is gonna be where I just was. What's gonna be down from here? Is down from here going to be the hallway where you fight Gwendolyn or whatever the guy's name is? Where it's like a dark hallway? Oh no, it's just a resting point, huh? Which actually might be here, but like behind an illusory wall that I wouldn't have access to yet, but it yeah, I think it is. I think this statue gets replaced with a hallway. Well, staircase down and then a hallway. And like you can't do anything to start. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. Which is Gwendolyn? Gwyn's firstborn, inherited sunlight, god of war, foolishness led to a loss of the annals, and rescinding of his deific status. I'm assuming that's the... No, wait, no. Isn't that supposedly the Nameless King or something? Because, like, the Nameless King has all the lightning magic, but they're nameless, hence why... And that ring mentioned that they're nameless. I read somewhere, once, something about the Nameless King. And I think that's more or less what I read. Might not be exactly what I read, but I think it's the idea. I'm going to turn it one more time. See what's at the bottom. I'm assuming the bottom will be either nothing or what's right in front of me right now. And then I will know. And then it'll be time to make progress. Okay, yeah, nothing. So I'll leave it down one and then I'll have to adjust it when I rest at that bonfire. So I want to push it once and then I'll be good. This gives me access to back where I was, which, I mean, the bonfire up there is probably the better one to rest at because it gives me 10 Estus. It'll be actually might even be a faster run because I'm pretty sure that way up the stairs is... I don't know if it's directly the fight right there or if it's getting shot at while trying to make my way around to open that door. Oh no, it's definitely that. It's definitely not going to be directly in, but I think having 5 more Estus for this exploration will be very welcome. And it will be worth the time now to have twice as much, well, just under twice as much HP. Because if I die and then have to turn the thing back, it'll be faster even if I die to start from here. Because turning the turntable so that it's down for me, then back up. I don't know if I have to turn it back up, but I still think it's safer to do this because I have 5 more Estus. Oh, I had a fun fact for this episode. It's not very fun, but and it's also, if you're squeamish, skip, I don't know, 20 seconds. But internal decapitation is a thing. Like, there's a medical term for it, where basically your spine separates from your skull or something, and it only has a 70% chance of being instantly fatal, which I think is kind of cool, that 30% of people don't die instantly from that. Which, having to live with that having happened is probably traumatic in the physical and the mental sense, but it's an interesting fact that 30% of people whose like spine disconnects from their skull don't die instantly. Now that might not be the correct description. It might not be the spine disconnecting from the skull. It might be a section of the spine near the skull separating from a section of the spine near the skull in your neck, but it's a reasonably horrific thought. And it was a fun topic of discussion at dinner one day several months ago. And it was my fault we got to the topic. It was a weird flow, because it was like, we began talking about, I think, something I talked about a couple episodes ago, which was lizards and snakes, how there are like limbless lizards that do not count, that are not snakes, obviously. And I think it was like the idea of like which one would be which would be worse to like anamorph into, basically. It wasn't specifically, you know, Animorph's brand turning into an animal, but it was the idea of turning into the animal and your arms and stuff disappearing, and how that would probably hurt. Somehow that became internal decapitation. I don't remember how. Because I think even in context, it probably didn't make much sense, the connection. Oh, I know why. This is a weird topic, so... And I'll probably be talking about it for a little bit, actually, because there's a lot to say about dislocation and whether it counts as dislocation if you're... Like, if amputation counts as dislocation medically, like... I think it's basically... it's dislocated as long as it's still contained, as it were. Like, if you're... Like, you can dislocate your shoulder, and your arm is still, like, there. But if your arm got chopped off because of an accident, it wouldn't be dislocating your shoulder. It would be amputated. Like, if it's still within... If it is still connected to the body proper, then it's dislocation. Which, like, dislocating your skull is what it got to. And so you can dislocate... Yeah, dislocation is when it's still connected. And that's how we got from anamorphing into a snake to dislocating limbs to, like, internal decapitation. It was weird, and it was my fault, but like, when you have somebody that knows medicine and their definitions, you gotta ask the questions. Especially at dinner time. Because, I don't know, dinner's the best time to talk about things that are kind of terrible. And not appealing to talk about when you're eating food. No idea what we were eating. Definitely wasn't related to the topic at hand, though. Will they give me one of their spears? I would use it. Ugh, diagonal roll, man. If only. Oh, and for reference, it was definitely worth going back to the previous bonfire because I've already used 7 Estus and I haven't even gotten past this starting area. Though admittedly, I could have definitely skipped those guard guys. Because those armored guards are definitely not necessary to kill, because you can definitely sprint past them. I'm gonna die. Gonna die. Gonna die. Gonna die. Gonna die. I'm gonna get hit. I didn't get hit. Swing and flash. Spin. Only hit once. So I want to kill the left guy because he's lower HP. I missed. He's dead. Good. Okay. One more hit. 2 more hits, actually. Dodge. Ooh, he missed me because of the stairs. I didn't roll in time because I was out of stamina. Okay, got him. Yeah, so it's a weird topic to discuss for sure, but it's kind of interesting that it's not... Like, it's obviously terrible, but it's not as lethal as you would assume. And, like, that's kind of positive, you know? fact that it's not guaranteed death. But I mean, admittedly, if it happens to you, you probably don't care if it's guaranteed because either you're dead or you're not. Like at that point, you're not worried about, oh, could I have died? You're more like happy you're alive or you're already gone. So you don't really have much to think about. This is nightmare. Nightmare time. The classic, everyone hates these enemies. I'm gonna go left first, see what's over here. Oh, and it pushes me to the left for some reason, despite hitting me on the right. This is apparently also where some people learn to parry, because they just parry these guys the entire time. Because that's the easiest way to deal with them. But I'm stubborn, and I don't like parrying, because I'm bad at parrying, I'm bad at the timing. I blame it on games, but it is my own fault. As the window for parries always feels kind of odd. It always either feels too late or too early when you're supposed to push it. I think it's almost always feels like you're supposed to hit it later than it feels like it should be. Like, to me, I think it feels like you should always have to parry before it hits, but you generally have to parry as or just after it hits. The attack hits, so that's sort of the biggest reason that I think I'm bad at parrying. I always feel like it should be different than it is. I'm gonna run past every enemy, by the way. I'm also almost out of time, so this can be my only run. If I don't die, I'll keep going until I get to a bonfire or open the gate. Or get to like a logical pause point. But I know that there's a bonfire in here. So I will go either until one of those scenarios, or until I die. Which, whoa. That was funky. That was pretty fun. Lovely. Good start. I should be... Look at how broken the legs look running here. Oh, they can shoot, apparently. I'm gonna die. Probably. Come on. Worst position he could be in. Terrible position. Okay, good place to stop. Just bad luck on the position he decided to hop back to. Ooh, Velka's rapier. I don't have that. Oh, and I lost all my souls. Great. That actually makes it better because I won't have to think about the fact that I don't have any souls to work with. I can't cast anything because I don't even have a catalyst of either type. Really? Oh, that's what makes pyromancy so busted. You don't need a stat. Like, you can just use it. Which is silly. And like, I think it all scales with the level of your glove. But anyway, I died. That was my plan, to go until death. I didn't get half as far as I hoped. But wait, you can... Interesting. But yeah, that'll be the stop for now. Next time will be more exploration of Anor Londo. Hopefully I will get to the boss and maybe beat Ornstein and Smell, but no idea. But the faster I get... Wait, why would I have the Lord Vessel? The Lord Vessel's not this early, is it? Because I thought you have to find... Or do you get the Lord Vessel and then the serpents talk to you? It might be that. Yeah. Next time will be Anor Londo, and it'll be a grand old time. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.